It all started with a post by Demet Özdemir on social media, full of hints. Her words, enigmatic and reproachful, seemed directed at Can Yaman's new partner, Sara. She spoke of a woman who doesn't know what she has, and within minutes, followers linked that message to Sara. The post went viral. Some applauded Demet for her courage, others accused her of jealousy. The controversy grew until it became a full-scale virtual war among fans. For some, it was proof that Demet hadn't completely closed the door on her past. For others, it was simply her way of expressing herself. Sara chose not to remain silent. In her own posts, she defended her relationship with Can, affirming that they were happy together. Without naming Demet directly, she made it clear that she wouldn't allow those insinuations to affect her personal life. The exchange of messages and comments escalated without pause. The media amplified the story, making it one of the most talked about news items of the week. Sara went from being almost unknown to a headline figure, while Demet reinforced her image as a strong woman, but also faced criticism for her behavior. In the middle of the chaos, Can Yaman stayed silent, trying to handle the situation away from the spotlight. But social media, with its endless echo, didn't let the story die down. Every word and gesture was read as a new chapter in this triangle. This confrontation revealed how a simple message can ignite a media firestorm and change public perception. No one knows how it will end, but one thing is certain. This story will continue to spark conversation, because in the game of love and fame, social media is always the most relentless stage. In my opinion, Demet has become a symbol of the contradictions of Turkish show business. Some see her as calculating and superficial, others as a woman fighting to defend her independence. She is not perfect, and perhaps never will be, but that imperfection is what makes her unique. A woman who chooses to live by her own rules, even if it means enduring endless criticism. Today, your destiny depends only on you. Either you recover your light, or you will be remembered as a shooting star, bright but brief. Speaking about Demet Özdemir is always complicated. Behind that smile that so often lit up the screen, there is now a woman trapped between the glow of success and the shadow of controversies. And I say it sincerely, unlike others, she has tried to remain standing amidst chaos. However, it is impossible to ignore that her name is linked to situations that generate division, distrust, and even disappointment. Many fans say it openly. More was expected of her. More discretion, more prudence, more of that inner strength that seemed to define her early career. The comments I've read show a mix of sadness and anger. Some speak of a loss of values, of the sense that everything she represented has slowly crumbled. And although not all criticism is fair, because social media can be merciless, it cannot be denied that there is a fracture between Demet's public image and what she now conveys. Some say she has been dragged down by negative influences. Others describe her as a rebellious girl who always does the opposite of what she is advised, as if constantly trying to prove no one can control her. What worries me is that just like Can, Demet seems to have forgotten the weight of public admiration. For years, she was seen as an example, talented, independent, strong, capable of carving her path in a difficult world. Today, however, headlines and rumors focus more on her circle and personal choices than on her art. And that is the real tragedy, when talent takes second place because the noise of scandals drowns out everything else. Some comments point out that her closeness to controversial people only drags her deeper into suspicion. It is not that Demet has no right to her private life, but when those personal choices end up damaging her public image, the result is inevitable: disappointment. And this is not about envy, as some ardent defenders claim, but about reality. Those who admired her feel betrayed because they expected coherence between her words and her actions. I also think of her family. Just as people say Can's mother suffers for him, I imagine the pain her loved ones feel seeing her constantly surrounded by criticism and media disputes. She, who always radiated freshness and positive energy, now seems surrounded by a grey cloud. It is not about losing talent, because it remains, but about wasting it in an environment that adds nothing. And yet, I want to be fair. There are still those who believe in her, who defend her freedom, who insist that amid all this chaos, there is still the authentic Demet, the one who won millions over with her charisma. A part of her audience has not given up and encourages her not to sink. And I wonder, will she be able to listen to those voices and find again the best version of herself? Or will she keep walking with her eyes closed, heading toward a cliff she won't be able to escape? Deep down, I believe Demet still has a chance. The difference with Can is that her fall does not yet seem definitive. There is still time to change, to recover that powerful image she once had. But change will not come if she keeps surrounding herself with choices and relationships that drag her further down. Talent is not enough, beauty is not enough, character is needed. And true character is shown in moments of crisis. That is why my opinion is clear. Demet Özdemir must remember who she is and where she comes from. She must close her ears to those who flatter her excessively and open her eyes to what really matters: her art, her dignity, the trust of an audience that, though wounded, still waits for her. Because in the end, time does not forgive, and the affection of fans is not eternal. If she wants to remain a symbol, she must wake up from this maze and return to being that strong and radiant woman many still hold in their hearts.